Jorge Prado, how does that feel? It's been a few years of injury, illness, and now you're the world champ of the toughest series in the world.
Yeah, it's been incredible day. I've been working very hard for this, and all the pieces came together this year. I've been managing every single race very well, and I've been training super hard. So all the hard work pays off, and super excited for the future as well.
The first moto you had pressure all moto, and then Roman's bike quit. You probably knew you were world champion, but you still held on for the win. What was going through your? Oh, you didn't know?
No, I was just fighting for my race, and when I crossed the finish line, I didn't even know, and I saw my guys around there, and then I knew I was a new world champion. But no, I was just fighting for my moto win.
Was the feeling as good as you expected it to be to finally be the world champ?
But it's a feeling. It's a feeling that it's hard to explain, because this kind of emotions you don't live in the daily basis, so it's just hard to describe everything.
And the second moto, I thought you would just take it easy, but you whole shot again, and I don't know how you held Febvre off for 15 minutes, passed him back. How do you deal with that pressure?
Yeah, I mean, in between motos I was a bit tired because of all partying, let's say, kind of like celebrating, let's say. But anyway, I was very focused to make a good start, like make a rocket start out of the gate, and I was managing Febvre, but he was coming quite aggressive in places, so he passed me once, and I could pass him back, but then the next time he passed me, I was like, if I'm second, it's alright. Then I see Tim was very close, so I almost let Tim go by, and I was just riding third, and I let them build space, and the last laps I was catching back to them, and I lost the front 2 laps ago. It was a pity because I would have had the overall, but happy.
You said in another interview with Andy at GateDrop that you never ride 100%. What percentage have you been riding at this year? Like a 90, 95, or what sort of level?
I've been in a percentage that I knew I wouldn't make any mistakes.
Yeah.
I mean, today, for example, I made a mistake, but I was not going over the limit. It was just lost the front there. It was super hard. It was like concrete, and but no, I've been riding safe, and just to don't get mistakes and stay on the bike.
Did you ever doubt this would happen in MXGP because of the tough years, and obviously you weren't comfortable on the bike last year? Was there ever any doubt, or did you think it would eventually? Because you're only 22, even I forgot how young you were.
So sometimes you don't even know that if this day would come, and not because of the hard work or because of the talent, but just because so many pieces need to come together. Last year I didn't feel good with my bike, so I couldn't fight for it, but other years because of the injuries, for example 21, when I was leading, I was second in the championship, but like 4 points away from the lead, and I had a crash in the moto win in the finish line, and I cut myself. So I mean, so many things can happen, and sometimes out of our hands, but this year we made it happen.
And 3 world titles at 22. Have you a goal in mind of how many you want? You don't seem that sort of guy. You're pretty chill.
My goal is to keep enjoying racing, keep doing all shots so I don't get rust, and I enjoy riding.
Finally, Motocross of Nations. Ruben Fernandez was very fast today. Brasias was very fast today, if that's how you say his name.
Sorry?
Your MX2, Brasias in MX2, he was fast. So you have a very strong team going into Ernie. Are you excited about that now?
Yeah, I think going to Nations we have a good team. Ben was third today, so I think we have a strong one. So I think now we need to enjoy the moment, and obviously going to Nations to enjoy the race with the team.
And you're the open class, which means you'll only race jet once. So everybody's going to be waiting for that last moto. Why the open class, and are you looking forward to
I wanted
jet?
to race the open, so I have less time to recover. So that's the plan. Normally I'm in a very good shape this year, so I wanted to race the open class so Ben can get a little bit, let's say, extra time and be 100% every single moto. And I think the rest is good enough for me. So that's why I chose the open class.
Perfect. Thank you, and well done again. Andrea Adamo, the day your dream came true. Not only did you win the World Championship, you won it in front of your home crowd. How did that feel?
Yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable. I'm so happy and glad to be on this position, and I really was. It's a dream come true, and all my family and me and everybody behind me did so many sacrifices for this, and finally I realized my dream. So I'm so thankful with everyone, and let's enjoy it.
It didn't look like you had any pressure today, the way you were riding. You're riding very calm. Was that the plan coming in, to not get flustered by the home crowd?
No, actually, yeah, it's true. I really rode really good. I was fast, I was consistent, not so many mistakes, and I'm really happy on my day and what I did and how control the pressure the weekend, you know, all the weekend. So really, I'm so happy about it.
Did you expect to be world champion this year? I mean, it's your first year at a factory team and you're the world champ.
No, I didn't. Was really something like that came. I don't know from where, but just all the hard work was finally paying off. So I'm really excited to be on this position, like I said.
And was it strange to battle Liam Everts, your teammate, for the championship the last few rounds? Did that make it different, or how was that?
I mean, yeah, for sure. When it's your teammate, it's a bit different because you are always with him, and it's different than if you are against another one rider. So, but I hope that that he's okay after the crash that he did today, and that he can finish on P2 in the championship, because really it's something, maybe do 1-2, it's really nice.
And how much is Joel Smets being on a factory team, that on all the support you get, helped elevate your level this year as well? Because you were quick from the start of the year, it didn't take long to find the speed.
No, with Joel we really he did that amazing job with me. I mean, we really work hard this year, and we just every race we try to give the best and everything. So I'm really thankful to Joel. I need to be really thankful for the rest of my life to Joel, really.
And finally, Italy have a very strong team now from Motocross of Nations. Prado was fast today as well. You could surprise a few people in Ernie.
Yeah, I mean, now I can enjoy all the races that are coming.
Yeah.
There is still 2 races, Matterli and Ernée. So I'm really looking forward to those races, and we have a team that is strong for sure. It's gonna be a nice one.
And will you ride with the number 1 plate next year, or what's the plan?
No, I don't know. It's still, we are thinking too far. I'm thinking. Still, I need to realize that I'm world champion, so I'm not thinking that far.
Brilliant, and well done. Thank you very much. Jeremy Seewer, a GP win. It didn't look like you knew it when you crossed the line, but when you found out, it must have felt pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was cool, you know, to get a GP win as a surprise, kind of, you know. So yeah, the hard work paid off. I mean, I was riding well. I didn't get the results to actually win a GP on paper, but I did on track, so that's what counts. I mean, yeah, super happy, you know, and it feels like I get back luck I lost this. I mean, I had many 4th places this year where I could have won a GP, and now I won a GP, which, you know, so it evens out. So no, I'm super happy and cool.
How do you peg as a potential title contender this year? Because you were coming in off a good end of season last year, but the start of the season again has sort of hurt you. You've managed to, I guess, mentally work your way through that and come out the other side again.
Yeah, you know, this year it was just a complete different story in the beginning of the season. I had that crash, you know, I had some small things we had to figure out on the bike, which was normal because it was a brand new bike from Yamaha, you know, so we need to sort that out, and that cost me a lot of points together with my crash where I hit my head in Switzerland, where I got, you know, taken out, unfortunately. So all those things together made the beginning tough, even though I was actually as fit and as ready as never before, you know.
Yeah.
So unlucky because I won pre-season races and I was super strong. But however, that's racing, and now I'm looking forward for the last GP plus the Nations, and then there is a next year, luckily, you know.
Your style in the 250s was always pretty controlled and smooth, I felt, but on the 450 you've sort of, it looks to me like you've decided you had to be more aggressive. Is that true, or is that just completely wrong?
No, that's wrong. I think I was even more wild on a 250 sometimes, you know, like I really, you know, pushed hard on there also because I was on a Suzuki, so it wasn't the fastest bike. It was a super good bike, but not the fastest, so I always had to put the extra effort. But yeah, now I try to, on a 450 you can never go fast without being smooth. Sure, sometimes you got to push, but you need to find the right places to push. So I always try to find the right balance, you know.
I remember years ago hearing in an interview that you weren't Ken Roxon. I think it was maybe your mum or somebody said, but each year you'll work out a way to get better and better. And that's probably the truest thing that maybe anyone's ever said about you. It's still happening. Each year you're finding a way to get better and better.
That's true. I do. You know, I'm sure the competition gets better too. But through my career, I I really made a step every year. And to start off, I wasn't incredibly wow. I mean, people like Herlings or Roxen in the past, I would look up to them like something wow. I can never achieve where they are. You know, it's something amazing. They would lap me on tracks, and now I catch them up somehow. You know, so that feels good.
Was it hard to ever believe in yourself then, if that's where you were visualizing other riders you were racing against?
Yes and no. I mean, I do believe in myself for sure. Otherwise, you never make it there. And then also I believe in, or I have people around me which believe in me a lot also. You know, so it's a combination of things with your surrounding and the people you work with and yourself. In the end, it's yourself on the bike. So that package somehow worked out well for me. You know. So.
And you have an Irish mechanic. Yes. How much has he helped you get these wins?
Yeah, he's super cool. You know, he never won a GP till this season. You know, he worked for good riders and good teams, but he never experienced a GP win. So also it's quite special for him. You know, and I love to work with him. You know, he's having the good jokes on the line. You know, so super funny.
And this, your Yamaha career's ending here. Was this an emotional win for that way as well for all the people? I'm sure you have a good bond with the whole team and everything.
Yes, I mean, I'm not looking at it too dramatic, you know, like, sure, I'm also sad to leave them by the end of the season, you know, because we had a great time together. There were many people involved in Yamaha I really like. They helped me, they made me the guy who I am, they pushed me in a good direction, you know, and like I said, made me where I am now, but at the same time that's racing. I don't mind which color I have in between as long as I'm winning and doing well, you know, in the end of the day. So.
Roman Fevre gave you a panic rev going into the final corner at one point. I think it was the first moto maybe, and I was thinking these two are going to be teammates next year. You're used to equal teammates with Yamaha, but Roman, obviously he's very fast as well. So how is that going to be two air riders really under one team?
Well, I'm good at that. First of all, I'm doing my thing. I don't look at others. I do my business. I focus around my bubble and work with this, and I don't mind others. And on the track, if I fight him now on a Yamaha or if I fight him next year on the same brand, what's the difference for me?
Yeah.
And then I'm from Switzerland, you know, we are very neutral there, so I'm gonna manage those sort of things, I think so, you know.
And just finally, Motocross of Nations. I think Arno Tonis is on the 250, you on Laengenfelder on the big bikes. That's a strong team, and maybe this year it can top 5 or better.
I think top 5 should be the goal. You know, that's realistically the goal. Sure, if everything clicks together, you never know. If Arno has a good day, I have a good day, Valentin have a good day, then we can do something cool. But I'm not putting the pressure on. That race is there to wrap up the season in a good way, fight some of the best. Always cool that like the Americans come over. Right now, Team Australia with Chad and Hunter. You know, it's cool to race all of these guys.
You probably have a smile on your face if you're anywhere near the Lawrence brothers, I'm sure.
Yeah, sure. I mean, you know, Hunter is one of my best friends still up to this day. You know, like even he's living in the US and stuff. We keep in touch a lot, and yeah, I just like to see him. You know, and that's going to be fun also racing those guys, and that's all I'm looking forward to. Try to have some cool battles. That's it, you know.
Perfect, Jeremy. Thank you. Gosh. Sam and Laengenfelder, two very strong motos in Maggiora. What were your thoughts on the day?
Yeah, it was a good weekend for me. I could win the qualifying race on Saturday with not the best start, but then I could pass Jago and Camden crashed, so I got first. In the first race and the second race I had 2 times the whole shot, which for sure helped. But the first race I could make a nice gap and manage it to the end. But in the second one it was a tough one. Jago was very fast and he passed me, and we had a very high pace, but unfortunately I couldn't pass him back. But it was a nice race still, and I could show that we both had a really great speed. And now let's see how Metally Basin will be.
And you looked really comfortable on the track in the wet and in the dry, really patient on the throttle as well. Did it just suit your style?
Yeah, I think the first race suited me a little bit better than the second one, but in total that is a nice track for me.
And the Motocross of Nations, you have Ken Roxon coming as well, Tim Cock. your team's very strong this year. Do you think you could get a podium?
Yeah, it's possible, but there are many strong teams, and I think we all three need to do good. And yeah, let's just see what will happen.
And Matterley Basin next weekend, where you won your first Grand Prix, you must be confident there as well.
Yeah, I like this track. Yeah, for sure it will be different, but I'm looking forward to it.
And just on the injury, you came back really well to win GPs again, but with the way the points were, you probably would have been in the hunt for the title if that injury hadn't happened. Is it easy to deal with that in your mind?
Yeah, could have been, but whatever. He won the World Championship. Congrats to him. He was the most constant rider of this year, and he was not injured.